All right, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakak
Rakakwadash.
Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. So we just wanted to touch on this article real fast, going into what you see right here on the screen. Like it says in the heading, it says black rappers hang white people, video triggers a meltdown in France. And I'm going to just read these first two paragraphs or so, and then we're going to go into some precepts. Unless there's any other points in there you want to hit.
Yeah, I'll be looking, but no.
It says from in an article, a young French rapper has made it into the headlines with a graphic music video calling for white people to be killed, and while he's shot to fame, with it has come widespread outrage and an investigation into his art. The video features violent scenes of the rapper Nick Conrad and another black man torturing and killing a white male. The duo give the man a chance to escape, telling him to run fast, as the blacks do, then shoot him in the back for being too slow. Conrad then forces the white man to bite a curbstone and stumps on his head in an apparent reference to the movie American History X. The victim is then seen hanged from a post behind the rapper and his sidekicks. The graphic footage is accompanied by equally shocking lyrics, with Conrad rapping, "I go to nurseries and kill white babies while hanging their parents to entertain black kids of all ages." The video is uploaded to YouTube on September the 17th. It gained several thousand views before being removed on Wednesday. Clips for the video, however, are still available on some YouTube accounts and other sites. The video has garnered much attention from French politicians and activist groups who call on authorities to remove it from the web and prosecute the author. He must be prosecuted for incitement to racial hatred and condemned for these ignoble and irresponsible remarks, Christian Estrossi, the mayor of Nice, tweeted. Oh, yeah, I'll read this last little section and yeah. The France-based International League Against Racism and Anti-Semitism also condemned the video, stating that freedom of expression was not the freedom to call for hanging whites because of their skin color. The incitement to murder in Nick Conrad's video is despicable and unbelievably violent, LICRA retweeted. The president of France's national rally, formerly Front National, Marine Le Pen, said the video was an example of anti-white racism that no self-proclaimed expert or media speaks of. There is nothing artistic about what is pure and simple, a call for hatred and murder, she tweeted.
Yeah, so pretty much, um, you know, these Edomites are all bugged out about this video of I'm supposing, of Jake's, all right, rapping or whatever, making a rap video and portraying Edomites, really getting judgment.
Yeah, like I said in the article.
Exactly.
Like basically portraying killing. Basically, yeah. Like I said in the article, portraying that you should kill Edomites, which you should.
Yeah.
All Edomites should get put to death.
Pretty much doing unto Esau what he's been doing unto Jacob. Okay? All these years, man. All right, now Esau get all bugged out. He got a problem with it. This is hatred. The brother was reading the comments. It said this is hatred. This is racism. When Esau, you the first you the first person that you broke the brotherly covenant. You the first person that showed this hatred, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Ain't nobody banning the movies that Esau come out with about slavery of us, of our people. Nobody be protesting any of that. It's only because it's happening to you so-called white people that it's a big issue. That's really the main thing. Because whenever it's anybody else or any other nation, it's not a big deal. You don't hear about it on the news or nothing like that. But then when it's a so-called white man, he's getting hung. He's a person is rapping in their lyrics about how their babies should be slain like our children were and our forefathers were. then it's an issue.
Yeah, and it's not even. They're not even really. It's just a video, you know.
It's just words.
Yeah, and that Esau
And
bugged
yeah,
out.
visual in the words, not even
Yeah,
actually happening.
yeah. I got a precept. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. I'm gonna start at verse 5. You know, and man, you
Hmm.
Edomites are in for a rude awakening, man. It says, this is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, and you so-called white people, that's what you were doing. All right, you were slaying our people with the sword, man.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have no pity about it. You make movies about it.
Yep.
You don't feel you made movies about it. You got statues. It's written in the history books. It's
Mm-hmm.
online. You can find it all images, and movies of visuals about it
Yep.
everywhere.
It's so-called American or Babylonian history. You
Yeah.
know, that's a part of your history. That's a part of your shame as well. Shameful
When
spewing
you
upon your glory.
Yeah, when you think about you when they say you so-called white people, you hear about white people, so-called white people or Esau. What comes with that name? Everything that he's done, and you think about the first thing that comes to your mind is all the wickedness that he does.
Yep.
That's all that you could think about when you hear a so-called white person, like somebody bring up a white person or you hear about Esau. That's all you can hear about. I mean, think about is everything that he's done. Whenever you think about an Edomite,
Yep.
it's nothing but wickedness that comes to your mind because there's no good that comes from him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the wicked. His spirit is not upright, like it says in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter.
That's right. Esau has a horrible name. All right. A horrible reputation.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn
Yep.
demon. The devil. All right.
Yeah. And here it is. Esau gets mad when we're verbalizing what should happen to you. Just like with us out in the street, we verbalize that. We say that your white babies are going to be bashed against the stones. Your children is going to be dashed to pieces.
Well, what we doing? What we're doing right now, from our apostle elders on down, we're condemning you through the scriptures. And what do? You flag our videos.
Yep.
You take down our pages. All right.
It's hate speech.
Hate speech. Yeah, violations in which they did to this video. They took it down from YouTube. But I'm gonna continue on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, you know, because if I could say this, because we went off from the law, statute, and commandments to the Heavenly Father, so the Lord judged us and what put us in the hands of Esau, all right, and in this strange land, all right. Really, according to the curse, we were spread throughout the four corners of the earth, okay. You know, us being over here in Babylon, okay, which is modern day America, okay, you know, under the hands of Esau, okay, with Esau rulership, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you know, and us being in his possession, you know, as a punishment.
Yep.
Okay. Yet Esau forwarded our affliction. He was supposed to. It was supposed to be a time. It's a time when you do your sentence, and then once you do your sentence, you're supposed to be free, right? You get everything that your belongings back and everything, right? Yet Esau took everything for us. He forwarded our affliction, as the scriptures say. You know, if in which this scripture is going into, man, he has us today, to this very day, you know. And as it says in Romans the 9th chapter, man, Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, and the Lord has hardened his heart, and he's refusing to let Israel go, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. So it says, verse 6. You have something?
Yeah, I was trying to get that scripture where it says he refused to let them go.
Yeah, Elkanah's spirit. You know.
Yeah, I got it. It's Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
That's the spirit.
And that's what it was for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, when we were like you was just going into, when we were in captivity under the so-called white man, all right, which we still are to this very day,
Yep.
he still refuses to let us go. We were supposed to do, like when you get arrested or go to
Exactly.
jail, you do your time and then you get out.
Yep.
We were supposed to do our time at being under captivity under Esau, and then he was supposed to let us go. But being the devil that he is, he refused to let us go because he can't do anything. He can't be self sufficient.
Yep.
He has to force other people to do stuff for him because he can't do it for his damn self. He only know how to rule the earth with his blessing, which was the sword. He can't find a way to just naturally function in society and have everything operating. Nah, he has to have other people do it and do it by force with the sword.
Yep.
He only knows how to live by the sword. That's why the scriptures say if you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword. Which is why Esau is going out the way he is.
Yep. And he views the Israelites as his people. You
Yeah.
know, no, these are my people.
Like
All
he
right?
own you.
Yeah.
Like you're like yeah, you like your property basically.
I
That's
do
why
what
you
I
got
want with them.
your birth certificate.
Yep.
We're basically everybody has debt. When you're born, you already
You're a
have
debt
debt
slave.
without even touching any type of credit cards or nothing. You're just born into debt,
Yep.
and you'll never be able to pay it off.
That's right.
All thanks to who? The so-called white man. And going back to this video that we was talking about in the article, the only reason he's offended is because everybody else done caught judgment and it's plenty of videos of KKK people on YouTube speaking all type of hate. Those videos don't get flagged. They don't get no type of stuff like this where it's
Yeah,
like
recognition.
publicity,
Yeah.
where it gets recognized by the public and everybody's saying like, oh no, this isn't cool, this and that. Just like out here in our area, they was handing out KKK flyers in different communities. You didn't even really hear about it on the news. They just mentioned it once and that's it, barely.
Yeah.
So, but then when it's a Jake, and that was the spirit. I was just watching the brother out in Texas, the elder brother. He did a video going into a Jake that like out there in Texas how they got the gun rights, and they basically Esau. He's targeting Jakes just because you you basically Jakes that are like so-called militia. They categorize you as so-called militia groups because it was an ex-marine, a Jake that he was in the army or a marine, and he came out of that, and then once he retired from that, he basically he was starting to form a black activist group, and they basically said that's a they consider just like with the what's the law the Black Megiddo or the Megiddo Project Megiddo.
Yeah.
That's basically how they look at it when you got like Jakes that do that black black power activists and all that stuff. That's how they look at you, just because you're trying to stand up for yourself.
You have more on that?
Nah, that was it on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Ezekiel. Or this is back in Ezekiel 35, verse 6. It says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power, I will prepare thee unto blood." And
Yeah,
blood,
this so-called white man is being prepared unto blood, and he doesn't like it. That's why he don't like seeing this video.
Yeah.
Because he knows that he's being prepared unto blood, but he doesn't want to hear about it. He doesn't want to see it.
Yep.
That's why they hate us. That's why they try to take, like you was going into. That's why they try to take down our videos because we're telling you that the Lord is preparing blood into you. Everything, all this the wickedness that you've done to our people, you make movies about it. Like I was going into statues, pictures, all type of stuff is out there, and you still scoff about it to this day. And now we're telling you it hasn't even happened to you, and you're over here bitching up but just from words. We telling you what's going to happen to you. It hasn't even happened, and you already getting offended. Oh no, you gotta take that down. This is inciting people to commit horrible acts. You already do this day in and day out.
Yep.
You commit horrible acts every damn day, every second.
Yeah, and everything that you promote is nothing but violence. All right, your history, okay. What you're doing over there in the Middle East is nothing but violence. Okay, you know what goes on out.
You creating false flags in the Middle East.
Exactly.
And you getting exposed about it, and you still doing it anyway.
What about movies like The Purge?
Yep.
What the hell are you talking, you damn devil?
That was it shows you in the movie that Esau, he forced it to happen.
Yet he put out movies like that. That could be inciting shit.
They got a show about it now. They continue that spirit. So if you like the movies, now you want to watch the TV show still going on about it, you can still stay in that vibration of race wars basically.
Yep.
You putting that idea out there. All these different movies that's coming out now about the undercover Jake that was with the KKK,
Black Klansman,
Black Klansman,
yeah,
and all these other movies coming out like that. Why is it happening now?
Yeah, and really, See, Esau has a problem with him. Like we're getting back to the point. Esau has a problem with him getting his judgment
Mm-hmm.
by the hands of Jacob.
Yep.
You know, that's the real issue. So it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, blood is pursuing you. Or
Yep.
you can continue on.
Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, but Esau didn't hate it when he was doing everything to us. He was rejoicing in it,
Yep.
smiling. That was the best time of his life. He was having fun.
Yep.
Now that he can't really, Esau's mad
Can't
that he can't
even.
do that anymore. That's
Yep.
why in Revelations 12:12 he want to come with that great wrath because he's mad that he can't do like he used to do back in his good old days where you could see a nigga walking down the street, get a group of bum Edomites, low levels, and have them just go round up a Jake, beat him up, hang him on a tree, burn him like in the pictures that brothers have for the camp signs.
Yep.
Esau want to go back to those days. He's really
Yeah.
upset that he can't live in those days no more. He's
They was
mad that
smiling,
yeah,
picnics,
everybody was
picnicking.
happy. You see little kids over there
Yeah.
smiling in the cut and all.
He had his little house. You know what I mean? He had his slut of a wife,
Yeah.
his slut of a daughter.
If he was having a bad day, he could just pick a random nigga and beat and kill him and not have to worry about going to jail.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about getting exposed about it, going to jail. Nothing would happen. Literally nothing would happen to you.
Yep.
But now it's to the point to where if an Edomite go and kill a Jake, now it's getting put out on the social media, it's getting put out on the news. You going to jail. He's mad that America's in a situation that it is to where now it's even being put. You got Jake's making videos about putting you Edomites to death.
Yep. I got a quick precept. This Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee."
Yeah, Esau supposed to be rejoicing right now, but he's really not, cause he's not like I was saying. He's not in his prime like he used to be, where you could just do whatever. You could get drunk. Y'all group of Edomites get drunk, go grab a random Drake and hang him, whatever. Not even have to worry about consequences for your actions. All right.
Yeah, but Jake wasn't on the scene like this. You see Jake out all over the place now.
Yep. Jake was scared of Esau back then to even speak up or do anything. But now Jake ain't scared no more. You got videos of Jason slapping Esau that say nigga, just going in on Esau now.
Yep.
Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai he got that spirit stirred up to where we're entering this year of prophecy, man. One of the prophecies is race wars, man.
Yep.
And that in order for it to play out and manifest, it has to be built up to that point, because it doesn't just happen overnight or within an instant like that. Is the Lord, he like the brothers always say, he like to cook, so he's getting it ready, and you seeing it being prepared. The spirit of race wars is being prepared. These movies is already out there, so that idea is in your mind. It's embedded in your head of the idea already, so you can't just sit there and act like it never crossed your mind at all whatsoever.
That's right. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked."
Yeah, the cup gonna be passed down unto you, man. Just like we had to drink of that cup. The cup is being passed unto you, and it says you're gonna be drunken and you being made naked, being made exposed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening now. Esau's being exposed left and right. He can't do anything without being exposed for it. You got the Edomite rapist that's getting exposed, caught decades later. You almost went to the grave without getting caught up, and you getting caught up last minute. All right, the Lord, he's exposing you, man. You're drunk.
A lot of you high end Edomites and different political groups or statuses, entertainments or whatever. You getting caught up on sex scandals. Man, it was a article pretty much. Damn, it was a number of I believe like certain ranking government officials or firefighters, some shit like that, and then they all got caught up in the pedophile ring. You know, I believe all Edomites, man. You know, so you're being completely exposed for the filthy devil that you are, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 22, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will.
Yeah, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. We didn't went through hell, and we still going through hell.
Yep.
All right, but he will no more carry us away into captivity because this is that last time of us going through captivity.
Yep.
Because we still in captivity to this very day, like it says in Baruch. Yet this is the very last time that we're gonna have to deal with this, living under oppression, being under a heathen. All right, the worst, the basis of men. All right, and it says he will visit thine iniquity, all the iniquities that Esau's done and never had to pay for. Nobody ever talks about that. All the wickedness that Esau's done that and never had to do shit for it. Nobody ever mentions it. You'll never see people getting mad like, man, after all the wickedness the so-called white man's done, nobody's ever punished him. He's never been in slavery. You never been chastised or nothing. You just living life like regular and tell us to forget about it, but you want us to remember some bullshit you made up about what happened to these rats that never even happened.
Right.
It says he gonna visit thine iniquity, man. The Lord is not gonna forget all the iniquity that you've done, all the blood that's been shed here, and the only way to cleanse the blood that's been shed is to shed the blood of the person who shed the blood in the first place.
Yep.
So that's so-called. It cycles back through the nitty-gritty. The root of the issue goes back to you so-called white people.
Just like we was reading in Ezekiel, since thou did not hate blood,
Yep,
you know,
it's
blood's
going
gonna
to pursue thee.
Exactly. You know, it says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Yep, and all your sins are being discovered. All right, ain't nothing being hid. Everything's being brought to light. That's really why Esau's mad about the internet and trying to flag certain videos and everything, because you don't want your wickedness being brought to light. That's what it comes back to. You created the internet and all the social media and stuff. You thought it was going to be for folly, which it is being used for that. Yet you're being exposed on that same platforms that you created for folly.
That's right.
And now you're mad that you created that. You set up your own downfall. You like the scriptures say, you dig the pit and you're falling into it. Because you tried to set up all these different snares for our people to fall into with this folly and all these other distractions out here, and you're being exposed by these same things that you are creating. It's showing you to be the devil. The news, you want to just push out whatever bullshit so people could believe in it. Now this news being brought out exposing you so-called white people being pedophiles, being rapists, being just sickos, man. All right, bringing nothing but death and destruction to the whole world. People always talking about global warming and all that. Who do we blame? It goes back to the so-called white man. We not in control of shit that happens. We don't pick any laws that get placed. We don't get to choose anything, man. We barely get to choose what the hell we want to do with our lives. So it all cycles back to the so-called white man. All right, and the Lord is going to visit you for your iniquity, and you're going to be punished. That's why he wanted to flag this video, because it's reminding him. Like it says when you look up in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary for Esau, it's reminding him of his great future judgment that he has coming, and he doesn't want to think about that. He doesn't want to think about all the judgment that's coming his way, man.
I got precept. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. It says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints."
Yeah, and this is all what Esau's done. He's led plenty of nations into captivity. He's slaughtered plenty of people by the sword. Yet none of this has happened back to him, and it's going to happen now. And Esau knows it in the spirit. That's why he doesn't want to see stuff like this. All right, he doesn't want to hear about his judgment. He doesn't want to hear, oh, you're going into slavery. It's your turn to go into slavery. Oh, you're going to be whipped and beaten. You're going to be forced to work hard. The so-called white man is lazy. You're talking about we're lazy. You don't like working hard. You don't like doing shit, man.
And really, to hell with them nations, you know. We can give a damn. They heathens just like you. Esau, they going into slavery too.
Yeah.
It's a play. Hey man, they going to they gonna be right near you, but you gonna have you getting the worst of it. You know, because you're the devil. All right. So whatchamacallit? Yeah, you have, like we've been establishing through this lesson. You've had us in multiple. You had our people in captivity to this very day, man. And the history thereof is bloody. Okay, and you gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
All right, that's why you see Jake's hanging Esau. Esau been hanging Jake's for decades, man.
And it said that video made him famous. So obviously people like the idea of
Forever.
hanging Edomites.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you gonna hey man, this you gonna get your judgment, man. You know, all right. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." You know, so you going into slavery, man, and you getting put to death. All right, you know, ain't no way around it. Okay, you know, and that's what like the brother was saying. That's what this is reminding you Edomites of, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but guess what? You can't escape. You can block the video, you can flag it, but you can't escape the prophecies, man,
Yep.
and you can't stop the prophecies.
Yep.
It says, "Here is the patience and the faith of the saints."
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the saints are the Israelites. All right, chiefly the elect on this side, man. This is what we're patiently and faithfully waiting for. And this is what we're seeing happen in the spirit. And, you know, and we're speaking on. You know, we're prophesying, man. We're speaking the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because this is what's said to come to pass, man. This is the time we're entering into, like the brother is saying, the time of the race riots, Jacob versus Esau. You know,
Yep.
hey, so this is more of the Lord stirring up that spirit, man. All right, and pressing out that vibration out there, man. Okay, you know. So hey, man, take out
Mm-hmm.
anything else. Yeah, we gonna go ahead and close up. You know, hopefully it was edifying to you, sincere Akim. You know, once again giving all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostle and elders, a great millstone. And Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Rakathum. To you sincere Akim, preaching his word in truth, and you sincere listeners, man. You know, hey man, hey Esau's judgment is on the way, and it's already taking place. It's just gonna further climax. All right, the more that this devil get exposed, and the more that this devil goes down. All right, and his kingdom be destroyed. So yeah, with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.